12 years ago, I was in the prime of my career with a great job in tech, and my mother, she had a life-changing stroke. She was only 62 years old and had just retired from a career in aerospace at Boeing and was active and healthy. Literally the week before her stroke, she was laying hardwood floor in her house herself, and suddenly she passed out, hit her head on the couch, and had a paralyzing stroke. We spent 3 months at this hospital, Harborview, me staying with her by her side. The doctors and nurses were wonderful. The social workers were there to help as well. When I walked out those doors, I was hit with a rude awakening, a reality for both of us that our lives have both changed forever. I walked into Harborview, a tech professional, a career woman, and I walked out of that hospital an unpaid family caregiver. I had no choice but to leave my career and care for my mother. Like most people, we had no other options. We were shocked that Mom's health care would not pay for most of her needs, would not pay for care aids or home modifications, the walk-in closets, the ramp she needed. We were also disappointed to learn that Medicare only paid for one piece of equipment every 5 years. My mother needed a hospital bed, a wheelchair, all kinds of equipment. I did all the hard things nobody wanted to do for the parents, helping her use the toilet, changing her adult briefs, lifting her to bed from her wheelchair, feeding her, bathing her, managing her medications. I'm grateful for my care journey with my mother. It was incredibly rewarding to spend so much time with her, as difficult as it was to see her be that helpless. I learned so much about how deeply our society and our systems ignore and deny reality. If we live long enough, we are either going to be one of the ones who need care or one of the ones who will be providing care as a caregiver. In fact, in Washington, there are over 820,000 unpaid family caregivers for a loved one. Why? Because their loved ones do not have long-term care insurance. Most families have less than $5,000 in their savings. The vast majority of caregivers are women like me who must leave their jobs or significantly cut back on the hours that they're putting in to care for a parent, a loved one, in-law, spouse, or someone who is sick, injured, or aging. I-2124 makes things even worse by killing Washington's long-term care insurance program for 3.9 million Washingtonians. It will put millions of women in the same impossible situation of choosing between their loved ones and their jobs and their family's finances. It will drive more people into debt as they lose their income and tap into their savings to cover a loved one's expenses. I've been there. Take it from me, we cannot afford to lose I-2124, which would make an already costly, heartbreaking journey even harder for millions of Washingtonians.
Thank you so much for sharing, Christina.